British metal legend Saxon will be releasing their 23rd album on February 4th titled Carpe Diem, and for those not versed in Latin, it means seize the day. On the phone with us right now to tell us all about the new album is singer, lyricist, and co-founder of Saxon, Biff Byford. Biff, welcome to Max Inc. Radio.
Hi, it's good to be there. Good to be there.
Now, Biff, Max Inc. Radio is a local music show, and most of the time we are playing music from local bands. We just heard the song Denim Leather from one of your first albums, and in Denim Leather, you ask your audience about their participation in the local music scene. Have they read the local paper from back to front? Are they listening to radio every weekend, and are they hanging out at the local record store? Can you comment about these lyrics and what it was like as a local metal band trying to make it in the late 70s?
Well, when that was our, third album, came out in 1981. I was just thinking about the audience, really, and, what I felt. I mean, that's what I used to do. We used to go and hang out at the general store where they used to sell singles, not albums, but they used to sell, vinyl singles, and we'd go down there, and they had a booth in the corner. This was like, I don't know, sort of 1963 or something like that. They had a booth in the corner, and you picked out your single, and then they played it for you in the booth. So there'd be about 9 of us would all cram into this booth, listening to the songs. And the music papers were the things, very famous papers back in the day called Melody Maker and things like that, quite famous. A bit like the Rolling Stone, really, but the English version. So we'd read the papers from back to front, really, getting all the gossip and finding out what the stars were doing. So when we actually got signed and things, and we started playing in front of, quite big audiences, I wanted to write a lyric about it, really.
Over the years, Saxon has played here in Madison, Wisconsin many times over your career. Do you have any fond memories of playing in the Mad City that you can share?
I remember Madison. In fact, I've probably got a video somewhere on my phone of I did at the audience. We played many shows in the United States, but Wisconsin's always great. It's a beautiful. It's a beautiful county, Wisconsin, so yeah, great.
And now we're on the phone with vocalist Biff Byford from the legendary metal band Saxon here on Max Inc. Heavy. Biff, you co-founded Saxon with guitarist Paul Quinn, but drummer Nigel Glockner, guitarist Doug Skerritt, and bassist Nib Carter have been with the band for a very long time. After your heart attack in 2019 and then the pandemic, how much does it mean to you to have those longtime friends at your side in battle again?
Well, it was the new album's just come out, Carpe Diem, and we made that album through a lot of adversity. It's a bit of a struggle, getting all the boys together and creating bubbles for the COVID thing. So it's good having friends, that have been around a long time, and you can rely on them to do their thing, really, to help you out and to. If you want them to do work on the album or rehearse and things, then they were definitely up for it. So that's great.
Now, Carpe Diem is the title of your upcoming 23rd album due out on February 4th. You worked with producer Andy Sneed. Tell us about how this album came to be and what we can expect on the new Saxon record.
Well, it's a bit more in your face, this album. I would say it's, in some respects, it harks back to the Denim Leather period of songwriting. I mean, we're not really going into sort of the proggy thing too much on this album. It's more in your face, and it's a collection of songs that are quite positive, have a positive meaning behind them, like Seize the Day. Obviously, Carpe Diem, it translates to Seize the Day in English. So, I just think it's a bit more... It's a bit more of a surviving album, this through the bad times, really.
Now, your new album, Carpe Diem, is full of killer guitar riffs, and for you, I know that it all starts with a guitar riff. Tell us about your writing process, and how does a riff become a Saxon song?
Well, obviously, there's a long way from a guitar riff to a song, obviously. But I asked the boys to write a load of riffs on this album. I wanted to start with a guitar riff, and I think out of about 30 or 40 ideas, I think I picked about 12 or 13, 14 maybe that I really liked. And then I started writing from there, really. That's when the writing really started, when we had a guitar riff to start with, or a guitar riff that I used as the verse or the chorus, yeah. So we came from a different angle on this album, really.
Now, will Saxon be touring in 2022?
Will anybody be touring in 2022? I think we have plans for it. We have plans to hit America April, May, actually. We were going to package up with Uriah Heep and try and get some shows together. So, yeah, I'd like to think that we will be able to tour. I mean, we do have some shows happening in January. But at the moment, everything with this new variant, I'm sure it's the same in America, everything's a little bit like nobody knows, you know, we're all keeping our fingers crossed. But nobody knows where it's going to go. I mean, at the moment, I don't think this variant's as severe symptom-wise as the one before. So if it's not as bad, then probably we won't have a massive lockdown. I don't know. I mean, people are waiting for guidance.
Well, I sure hope so, and I sure hope you come to Wisconsin. On a side note, have you seen the new Beatles movie, Get Back, and did you have any observations?
I saw bits. I haven't watched it all yet. No, I've seen bits of it. It looks great, actually. I mean, it's always good to see the songwriting process of bands. And, that's pretty much how we do it, you know. I mean, obviously with the COVID thing, you can't really be in a room together for that long. But, we do like to sit around and bounce ideas about and work on songs from a more melodic point of view. That's the best way to do it, like the Beatles did it. But yeah, it's interesting. I haven't really seen it yet, but I know what's in it, and I know I've seen little bits of it. But I am going to watch it over Christmas, I think.
Nice. I love it. I thought that the one interesting thing about it was how it shows, one of the best songwriting teams still songwrite, putting one foot in each leg of their pants at a time, just like you or I.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, a lot of people said the band was like, really hated each other at that period. It just goes to show, that actually the press were wrong, really. I mean, they're actually quite enjoying themselves. So, it's how people perceive the breakup with the Beatles is not actually probably how it happened, I mean, I think they just got to that point where they thought, they wanted to do things separately.
We've been on the phone with Biff Byford of legendary British metal band Saxon, and their new album, Carpe Diem, is set for release on February 4th. Biff, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us tonight on Max Inc. Radio. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. I like talking about the old days and the new days, so it's perfect, really. Everybody should try and have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you all next year, probably.
Now, we're going to listen to the title track of your new album, Carpe Diem. So before we go, tell us about this song.
Well, this song, when Carpe Diem is Latin, it translates to seize the day, which means live for the day, basically. So I thought that was a great message, a great motto for this time, coming out of the COVID thing. I thought it was a good title. And I went to... When I came out of hospital, my wife took me for a short holiday, obviously not straight away, but during my sort of recuperation, up to a place called Northumberland, where there's a huge wall that the Romans built 2,000 years ago all the way across. England from coast to coast. And that's what sort of inspired me to write this song, really, up there on the wall. And when you go into the museum, there's a huge sign in front of you when you walk in that says Carpe Diem, seize the day. So I thought, that's cool. I mean, I didn't really expect to name the album after the song, but the song sounded so cool, I thought, yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's call it Seize the Day, Carpe Diem, yeah.